So, apparently there's a VTuber ovulation tracker. Yeah, no, I'm not joking around. This thing's an actual thing. Uh, so, if anybody's been on Twitter lately, you may have seen Rock Solid who is at shitpostrock, put out an interesting tweet lately where he discussed something that he has found on the internet. God help us. But it is the VTuber ovulation tracker. Just found out there's a website that tracks ovulation and menstrual cycles of female VTubers. Oh, God. Only in the VTuber world. Only in the VTuber world. I swear to God. But when I saw this, I was like, they can't be real, right? This has to be completely fake. So I was like, okay, let us speak to the almighty algorithm AI of Twitter. So I asked Grok, Grokathy, is this true? And apparently it is. Grok, I asked Grok specifically, what can you tell me about the website for the VTuber ovulation tracker? And Grok simplifies it. He says, the website you're referring to is the ovu.moe. I have never heard of a website that ends in .moe, but you know, there's always a first for everything, I guess, which calls itself the VTuber ovulation tracker. It is a community-powered site that tracks and displays supposed fertility levels or menstrual ovulation cycles for hundreds of VTubers, currently tracking around 383 tracked. That's a lot of detail, and like, that means there's a lot of people paying way too much attention to people. The main page is found at right there and shows trending VTubers' individual profiles. Agency groups like VShojo, which are defunct, Face Connect. I can only imagine what Pippa's going to say when she sees this. Or Uruka. And The Rules, which apparently this website has rules, which we'll go over that in a moment. From what I've seen, okay, Grok is becoming sentient, apparently. It pulls data from posts on Twitter like mentions of tummy hoit, cramps, or other indirect hints. And community submissions, guesses to estimate cycle phases, things like menstruation, ovulation, peak fertility, goes over through all these different ways of how they're actually aggregating and gathering this information, which you are paying a lot of attention to your Oshi to know exactly what is happening with their cycles like this. Holy crap. But that is how they're kind of getting their information. The site explicitly states that nothing there is medical advice and urges not to spam, troll, grief, harass, etc. It's been around for in some form for a while, apparently. It goes all the way back to 4chan threads talking about specific data and blew up because a lot of people recently have discovered it as either being very right or very wrong. It's a niche controversy and a lot of people have been just joking about it. And the site that they're talking about is this. We're back online is what they say at the top. A lot of them are saying like, and this is not like unusual data. Anybody can come on here and look this up. Like Tori Ariane is on there. Yoklish is on there. Mari is on there. Cleo Aite is on there. Like, these are a lot of like trending ones. I guess people are really interested in Hag for some reason. I don't know why they're going after Cleo to this degree, but you know, whatever. But like, you can see a lot of people are like talking about this, which is kind of disturbing, but also kind of funny. But like, this is, and like, they do have a rules section. The rules: no doxing, do not connect to personas, do not upload content, reveals location, talent must be 18 years of older. Thank God they have some decency in them. Nothing on this website is medical advice. No spamming, no trolling, no nuisances. The girls don't mention their cycle to them unless they mention it first. Be kind. Talents added to the site must be VTubers. IRL idols, others without VTuber are prohibited. Do not upload content illegal in your jurisdiction. So nowhere in here do they say they need to ask permission before they upload. And some people take issue with this. A lot of people are treating it like a joke, but some VTubers are not. And one specific one is Alicia, the Rat Queen. If you know anything about Alicia, she has had some issues with her health over a period of time. I'm not going to go into anything in depth or detail, but she's actually talked about this, and she said it herself on this, is like, I saw people tag me. I want to remind you that I had uterine cancer and I'm still recovering. I've actually had my period, haven't had my period in a very long time, over a year, because my intensive hormone therapy to prevent me from getting cancer again. I won't even have periods again until I stop treatment, and I'm trying to get pregnant, so that my body can produce hormones without me having to take them while pregnant. Women can go through non-regular periods, many different things when it comes to their bodies. Please ask for consent before adding a VTuber to this site. It might be more sensitive to talk to the topic than you think. And I kind of agree with her on this. Like, again, I don't really think too many people are taking this seriously. And, you know, it's a lot of it's a shit post, so why else do you think, like, the shit poster found it? But, like, yeah, this is kind of a sensitive topic for people. For most of us guys, we don't give a shit about, like, what we do sexually. But for women, this is a very private thing for some women, and it's not exactly something that they may want you to discuss and track and say, hey, she's fertile, or hey, she's going through her period this month. Like, it's not exactly something everybody wants shared. So, and we see this also with another VTuber of Shikai. Like, who is really upset about this. Whoever added me into this shit, whoever made this website, you're such a piece of shit, and I hope you were, I'm not going to go over that, self-harm. Why would you learn coding to create such a fucked up website? It's creepy. Seek therapy. It's so disrespectful to women. Can't grown-ass man rather touch grass and make women's lives miserable? And again, I kind of agree with her. It's like, I would love to get to know my Oshis better. I'd love to meet them and, like, get closer to them. This is not the way, though. It's a little disturbing, and it can scare people. But she kind of was quoted by another major tweeter, Trigger Point, where he says the duality of VTubers. Because while you do have Shikai, who is very upset by this, you have other people, like Menace, who's pretty much taking the piss out of it and talking about why weren't, like, she's not on it. I'm not on the VTuber ovulation tracker site, which leads me to believe that everyone hates me and doesn't care about my fertility. It would be nice to know, because I didn't even know my own cycle. So that right there is a very interesting thing, and she's not the only one. Fei-Fei's kind of taking the piss out of it too. How they F-U-C-K, is it so accurate? Censoring it. Kitsu seems to be having a little bit of a fun poke at it. Actually posting her entire page in her tweet so that you can see everything about her. Obi-Cat also did it too, posting her entire section on here. And his only reply was, which one of you? As in, there's about to be an inquisition among her fans to find out who the hell was tracking. But, like, overall, this, again, I kind of take it as, again, Trigger Point had it pretty close to it. Of, like, there is a duality here. There are those who are very highly offended, as this is an invasion of their privacy, and I can see their side of it. But also there's the other side of it who doesn't give a shit. So you have the people offended, and then you have the people who don't care. And there's this double side of the VTuber community, as, like, there's always with everything. Like, there's multiple different people, different opinions on the subject. So, like, it's very strange really to figure out, like, well, how to side on this. And me personally, I'm of the opinion of, I think both's right. If you don't want this information posted, like, and you know this, like, by all means, Alicia, Shikai, anybody else out there, like, reach out to the website and say, hey, I don't want this up, remove it. And if the website is ruled by decent people, which they have rules, so maybe they're decent, they will take them down. But the rest of them, if they take the piss out of it and don't care, which some people are like, whatever, like, you can find this out just by being around me for more than a month, like, that's their choice too. And I don't think there's anything that can't be laughed at. So, like, for the people who are angry, like, I'm angry on their behalf. Like, yeah, by all means, take it down. Don't invade their privacy. And for the people who don't care, I'm laughing with them. This is utterly ridiculous. And speaking of and I really do think this site is just an absolute joke. Because when you really look at it, Chillsword the Destroyer made a very good point. Beetle, professional turtle, and creator of Neurosama, this Beetle right here, like the guy who like created Neuro, for some damn reason, is also on the ovulation tracker. Single fata of 2. I guess Neuro and evil Neuro. And I'm pretty sure the male turtle does not ovulate. But it's the internet. What do you expect? There's never a day of boredom in the VTuber world. Jesus save me.